Let's look at it this way. Since the inception of Nigeria, which northern leader has emerged as Nigeria's ruler outside of the Fulani Muslim imperialists? The answer is this, that
Hello and what's up guys. In this video we dive into a shocking viral clip that has sent waves across Nigeria. A Yoruba elder has just dropped a bombshell statement questioning everything we've been told about northern leadership in this country. In the viral video, the elder asks a bold question: who are the so-called northern leaders in Nigeria? Then he delivers a shocking answer: there is nothing like northern leaders. What we have are Fulani Muslim imperialists operating as if Nigeria is their conquered entity. He goes further to explain that since Nigeria's independence, only one true northern leader, Tafawa Balewa from Bauchi, who was Hausa, ever rose to power outside of the Fulani Muslim imperialists. But even Balewa, he said, only became prime minister because he was anointed by Sir Ahmadu Bello, the powerful Sardauna of Sokoto, himself a Fulani Muslim imperialist. From then on, the elder insists the pattern has been clear. Every other so-called northern leader who emerged as president has come from that same Fulani power base in the northwest. He points to Shagari from Sokoto, Yaradua from Katsina, and even highlights how Obasanjo's rise in 1999 was carefully stage-managed by the outgoing military rulers who trusted no one else. According to him, unless you bend to the bidding of these Fulani Muslim imperialists, it is almost impossible to become Nigeria's president. And that, he argues, explains why the cycle has continued unbroken for decades. Even more disturbing, the Yoruba elder claims Nigeria was not a terrorist country until terrorism was imposed by these same imperialists, accusing communities of practicing what they call unorthodox Islam. His words raise serious questions about how deep this influence runs and what it truly means for Nigeria's unity. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
the need to understand the nature of our country cannot be overemphasized. That we understand the country in which we live, the structure of it, the who is who in the country. And in this video, I'm asking, when we say northern leaders, what do we mean? Who are those referred to as northern leaders? I think basically that northern leaders refer to only the Fulani Muslim imperialists and nobody else in essence. Let's look at it this way. Since the inception of Nigeria, which northern leader has emerged as Nigeria's ruler outside of the Fulani Muslim imperialists? The answer is this, that outside of Tafawa Balewa, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, who was Nigeria's prime minister 1957 to 1964 when he was assassinated, was the only northern leader of Nigeria as the premier 1957 to 1964, who was not a Fulani but an Hausa from Bauchi State, northeast Nigeria. Outside of him, and he became the prime minister because he was anointed by the Sardauna of Sokoto, the then Sardauna of Sokoto, Sir Ahmadu Bello, a Fulani Muslim imperialist from the northwest. And outside of the Northwest, no other part of the North, the entire North, has produced Nigeria's president, civilian president. To say that outside of the Fulani Muslim imperialists, who are northern leaders? I don't know. When you look at the late President Shehu Shagari, who became Nigeria's president upon return to civil rule in 1979, came from Sokoto. So, Fulani Muslim imperialists from Sokoto. And when Nigeria returned to civil rule in 1999, Olusegun Obasanjo was nominated by the outgoing military rulers, indicating clearly that he was the only person they could trust to handle power after their exit, the military leaders. After all, he was a military head of state himself and remains a retired military general. So it was the only person they trusted from the Southwest. And so they handed over power to him, not as a military head of state anymore, but as a civilian president. Outside of him, or rather, he was succeeded by a Fulani Muslim imperialist, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, making second civilian president of Nigeria from the Northwest. And then Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan succeeded Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, taking advantage of his acting as the president after Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, to whom he was vice president, died before finishing his first term in office. So he took advantage of that position as the acting president to orchestrate his own emergence as Nigeria's elected president. But not without dancing to the tune of the Fulani Muslim imperialists, including fighting the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community started by Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. And so he squandered his entire 4 years fighting the Boko Haram Muslim community and achieved nothing, just to please the Fulani Muslim imperialists. Don't forget, the question is, who are Muslim leaders? No, who are northern leaders outside of the Fulani Muslim imperialists? As it is now, there's no other than the Fulani Muslim imperialists, okay, who produced Shehu Shagari to succeed the outgoing military leaders in 1979, who anointed Olusegun Obasanjo. Well, the military rulers, the outgoing ones, were associated with the Fulani Muslim imperialists. Abdulsalam Abubakar. So, no African name. A Fulani Muslim imperialist, even though from Niger State, but they are Muslim originated, or they are Fulani Muslim originated, as I understand it, And then Umaru Musa Yar'Adua from the Northwest, Katsina State in particular. And then Goodluck Jonathan taking advantage of his death to emerge as Nigeria's president. Well, of course, unfortunately, Goodluck Jonathan, spoiled the agreement of North-South and North-South, or South-North actually, since he started with Obasanjo from the South, South-North rotation. But you can see that the successor of Jonathan also came from the Northwest of the Fulani Muslim Imperialists. Muhammadu Buhari from Katsina State, to be precise, just like Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. And so when you look at the power equation in Nigeria, when we say northern leaders, are we referring to any other people than the Fulani Muslim imperialists? And is that the reason they also nominated somebody they could trust, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, their Jagaban, the Jagaban of the Fulani race? Yes, because it's associated with them. And like Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is sustaining the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community. And you want to tell me it's not a conspiracy? Sustaining also Fulani herdsmen terrorism started by Muhammadu Buhari. And removing subsidies from basic necessities of life to fund pilgrimage boards and subsidize pilgrimages for Muslims, and as a corollary for Christians. Does Nigeria belong equally to all the ethnic groups in Nigeria, or is lopsidedly placed? And despite all the insistence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu long before he became powerful in the All Progressives Congress 2015 till date, the true federalism he was advocating became silent upon getting to let's call it corridor of power 2015 till date. Not even talking about it, and not, of course, just supporting blindly the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, herdsmen terrorism, just as Jonathan did, just as Muhammadu Buhari from the Fulani Muslim Imperialist caucus did. Yes, Jonathan is not from that caucus, but he associated with the caucus and took advantage of his association to become Nigeria's president. Is that the reason some people are saying only somebody from the north can defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Does that mean that Nigeria must continue in this mess of removing subsidies from basic necessities of life to fund pilgrimage boards and subsidize pilgrimages for privileged Christians and Muslims? And it has become a condition to perpetuate the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, whether good for Nigeria or not. Of course, it's not good for Nigeria. Terrorism is not good for any country. And Nigeria was not a terrorist country until terrorism was imposed on it by the Fulani Muslim imperialists, accusing the community of unorthodox Islam, due to which Olusegun Obasanjo refused, the former president Olusegun Obasanjo refused to take up arms against the community. And the community did not make any headline throughout the presidency of Olusegun Obasanjo. But back to the question. which you may address in your comments. Outside of the Fulani Muslim imperialists, who else are northern leaders?
For Middle Belt and Hausas that did not know what Fulanis have been doing to them since, let me open your mind to something a lot of you may know that think is normal, or that a lot of you may not know. Even if I tell you today, a lot of you are too dumb that you think maybe that they do the thing they go. But for those of you that did not understand, let me tell you how Fulanis have been cheating you all this while. North and Middle Belt all together have 19 states, because same people have managed to steal Middle Belt and call it North. Now Middle Belt and northern part of Nigeria all together, we have 19 states. And do you believe inside these 19 states, Fulani are ruling 10 states among these 19 states, and the remaining tribe from northern part of Nigeria and Middle Belt are ruling 9 states. The funniest part is both northern part of Nigeria and Middle Belt all together, we have almost 300 plus ethnic group, and Fulani that are minority are ruling over 300 different ethnic group in northern part and Middle Belt part of Nigeria. And to you guys is normal. To me it's not normal. Hausa have the highest population among these 300 plus ethnic group both in north part and Middle Belt part. And do you know the funniest part? Hausa did not have one governor among these 19 states that I have just mentioned, both in Middle Belt, both in northern, and Hausa are the majority among all the tribe in north part and Middle Belt part of Nigeria. Do you know why the thing is like that? It's because Fulani have strategically enslaved them by political and religion. Despite all these things, Fulani is still unaliving them, raping their women, unaliving their children. Likewise us from Middle Belt, you can see the experience we have some days ago in Benue State. 400 plus people were pie and roasted by Fulani people. And still when it comes to election, you still see Middle Belt and Hausas dancing to the tune of Fulanis. I pray they shouldn't do that mistake again. And one thing you need to know is Nigeria is composed with 3 major ethnic groups, which are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Yoruba have 6 governors, Igbo have 5 governors, and the last one that is among the major 3 ethnic groups, which are the Hausas, have no governor at all. Fulani have represented them in every angle, both in governorship, traditional, cultural, and Islamic way. Fulani have dominated them in all these aspects. And mind you, it's not only Hausa that is going through this mess. Even we, the Middle Belt, that they normally use during election. When election time come, that is when they will know that Middle Belt are Arewa. When election time come, that is when they will know that Hausa people are Arewa. After election, they will be massacring us in dozen. That time they will know we are Arewa. That time they will know we are one. So Fulanis have been using the Middle Belt head and Hausa people head for a long time and will be falling for it. That nonsense needs to stop. That nonsense will not stop easily until we Middle Belt and the Hausas start rejecting their tricks on. A lot of you say Kanuri people and Fulani have the same character and they like each other. No, it's not true. Kanuri people always give the coin that Fulani is giving to them. That is why Fulani always mind themselves when it comes to Kanuri people. Kanuri people don't tolerate when it comes to Fulani. That is why till date, Fulani cannot conquer Yobe and Borno. That is why you see when it comes to politically, they always want a Kanuri man to rule. Is either a vice or a president. Because Kanuri know they agree for it. If you do not pay Fulani the coin they are paying you, they go they do you anyhow. If you don't stand up and resist them, they go think say you be Mugu. And that is why these people will always continue to take Middle Belt people as Mugu, Hausa people as Mugu, until we rise up and stand against them. Tell them enough is enough. And the only way we can start it is deassociating ourselves from these people. Hausa accepting themselves to be Hausa. Middle Belt accepting themselves to be Middle Belt. Because you see a lot of Hausa say they are Hausa Fulani. And you see a lot of Middle Belt claiming they are Arewa and North Center. If we do not work towards those nonsense, they will continue to rule us as people and they will continue to buy us and nothing will happen. Anyway, share your thought on the comment section responsibly, and for those that love to cry, cry responsibly on the comment section. I'm still crying responsibly for the massacre of my people, but I know soon joy is coming.